Hey, question for you. Are you moving to Michigan? If you are, don't go far away because I'm going to talk about the 5 things that I love about Michigan and the 5 things I strongly dislike. See you soon. Hey, welcome back. This is Michael Cosman with Keller Williams, the realtor who truly cares, and thanks for joining me today. If you like the content today, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we provide valuable content every Friday. So, hey, we're talking about moving to Michigan, right? And it got me thinking, a lot of my clients that are in Michigan, whatever, they are believers. And the analogy I think about sometimes, moving is never fun. But think if you were back in the Bible days and your name was Abram or Abraham. Abram, God spoke to him in Genesis 12, and he said, hey, go and move to this land. Take your family that you're comfortable living in and go move to a land that is totally foreign to you. And if you do so, I will bless you and make your descendants as numerable as the stars in the sky. So Abraham, or Abram at that time, he ended up moving his family, and I don't know how big his family was or how many cattle or livestock they had, but I'm sure it was a scary adventure. So moving can be scary, but if you're thinking about moving to Michigan, let me tell you the reasons why 5 reasons why I like moving to Michigan, or why I like being in Michigan, and maybe 5 reasons that I don't like so much. So I want to start with the 5 things I love about Michigan. So, number 1, the weather. You're thinking, oh boy, yeah, the weather, Mike. Why do you like the weather? It's cold there. Well, yes, but the reason why is because the variety. There's 4 seasons. We have spring, summer, winter, and fall. And when you've gone through all 4 seasons, it makes you appreciate each season and the things that each season has to offer, and the different things that the seasons bring out. So number 1, it never gets dull or boring. It keeps you on your toes here in Michigan. So I love the weather. Number 2, obviously Michigan is called the Great Lakes State, and it's not by accident. We have the largest freshwater coastline with Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior. Those are the big lakes. But there are literally hundreds of inland lakes that you can go to within probably really 5 to 10 minute drive. You can find a local park with a lake. So some bigger than others, but there's total abundance of water, creeks, canals. So if you like boating, or you like being on the water, you like fishing, ice fishing, any type of water activity, then Michigan has it in abundance. Number 3, the activities. I kind of alluded to that before, but you can do hiking, biking, all sorts of sports. It goes on and on. Skiing. Even though we don't have mountains, we have hills, which are large enough for us for winter sports. So the activities are just year-round with that variety of the seasons. It's just abundant. And then activities in the urban area. You can go and have dinner and culture and theater. So there's just so much to do here in Michigan. It just spins my head. All right, point number 4, the people. So what I love about Michigan is we're close proximity to Canada, and just across the border, across the Detroit River and the lake there is our Canadian neighbors to the north. So we have all sorts of cultural diversity with Asians and obviously African Americans and Hispanic, a large Chaldean community, just the different types of people, and we're truly a melting pot. I feel like we're a cosmopolitan area here, unlike any other. So it's just a mixture, and so I love the people, and they're so friendly here as well. So point number 5, resorts and campgrounds. So there are a lot of, if you're a camper, plenty of campground areas, resorts up north. One of our big attractions are the Mackinac Island, which if you haven't gone there, take the drive up. It's unlike anything other little island there. Sleeping Bear Dunes is a national treasure, and the west side of the state has resorts. the east side of the state. Wherever you go, there's so many resorts you can go, a lot of bed and breakfast. So it just, and then if you cross over to the Upper Peninsula, then it's a whole nother world there if you just want to get away. So anyway, that's point number 5, the resorts and campgrounds. So those are 5 things I love about Michigan. I'm going to go into the 5 things that I don't want to use the word hate, because that's maybe a too strong word, but things I dislike about Michigan. So number 1, the weather. Now I know I said the weather before, but the weather, specifically the winter, in the months of January and February can get a little weary. So that's why you see a lot of other states call us snowbirds, because we get out of town, try and find some warm weather and vitamin D. But that's just 2 months of the year. The rest of the year, really, it gets a little cold and there's variety and it can be a little unpredictable. But in all reality, winter, 2 months, once you get through that, you're good. So point number 2, the roads. Yes, we're in a cold weather state, so we salt the roads, and so there's a lot. You see there's a saying that there's 2 seasons in Michigan. There's the winter, and then there's the construction season with the orange barrels. So that may be true, but you know it can wear on you a little bit. There's a lot of construction that goes around, and you learn to navigate around the orange barrels. So, all right, number 3, along the lines of traffic and road construction, I think it brings out sometimes those tailgaters, those people that are just too impatient and they're on your tail. And so we have our fair share of tailgaters, which I wish we didn't. Point number 4 of things that I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan for 28 years of my life, so I knew that. So there are people there that don't have the highest view of Detroit and they tend to bash it. And so if you live in Michigan and you bash Detroit, don't have much respect for you. Go find another state. Go find somebody else to bash. We want to uplift and encourage our cities here and promote growth. And then number 5, may not be for you or whatever, but the Detroit Lions. So they call them the lovable Lions. I don't know why, because they let us down. So if you're emotionally invested in the Detroit Lions, which hasn't won a championship in 60 plus years, that might be a reason why you might just want to stay away from Michigan if you're all sports football. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the 5 reasons. If you're moving to Michigan, 5 reasons I love about Michigan and the 5 reasons I dislike about Michigan. So again, this is Michael Cosman, the realtor who truly cares, and we'll see you next week when we highlight a neighborhood, a local neighborhood. All right, bye.